What is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be talking about what could have been an NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. I kind of made a video talking about this at the start of the endgame concept in hopes, I made it a couple of weeks ago, in hopes that 2K would change what they are doing. And obviously they're not. Obviously every week we are getting endgame cards twice a week, and then we're getting these random season sets with 4 players, and yes, you can get them for free. I like that. But 2K is missing out on a lot of things that they, a lot of concepts that they did really well last year, in my opinion. The biggest one for me was the season rewind players. I mean, you look at the season rewind players. We're talking about Josh Okogie. We're talking about Moses Brown. We're talking about Naz Reid. I mean, we're talking about these sets in which we got specific team players. So in this set, we got Cavs players, Thunder players, Timberwolves players. They did this for every single team last year, and we didn't get any of them this year. I mean, you go into 2K22, and let's look when the last Colin Sexton card we got was, and we've gotten one Colin Sexton in the token market all year long. Let's look at the Josh Okogies we've got. Now, I don't even care because he hardly played this year in the NBA, but we got 0 Josh Okogies nearly all year long. That is a little bit of a problem. I mean, the list goes on and on. We could talk about Zubac, we could talk about Campazzo. I mean, all of these cards that were good, I feel like good to have in my team last year, we have none of them. I mean, we've literally got none of them. I'm sure a lot of people would like to use, Montrezl Harrell, DiVincenzo, Jared Dudley. I mean, these are the types of things that we got last year that I absolutely loved. Were these cards great? No. But this is something that 2K this year missed out on. We needed these types of cards, and we never got them. We never got them. I mean, we never got these types of cards. But these cards, I mean, they were needed in my team, and we just literally never got them, man. I mean, none of these cards were the best cards for their respective teams. I mean, James Ennis, we're talking about Michael Carter-Williams. I mean, these cards were not necessarily the best cards for every specific team, but they allowed us to see different players. I can go in here right now, and we can look at the gold players, and let's start it from the back. And we can name all these players that we didn't necessarily get. I guess I won't start from the back, but we can start, a couple down so we don't talk about the best. But like Joe, for example. I mean, Terrence Mann, Brandon Clark. I guess we maybe start a different Brandon Clark and Kuzma. Let's just keep going down the list. I mean, DeAndre Hunter got a Sapphire. Karis LeVert, I don't know if he's got a new card. Wendell Carter Jr., Keldon Johnson. The list goes on and on for cards that we literally didn't see another version of outside of their gold card. And the problem, and it's a little bit of a problem, right? That here's the deal. Let's say you made the NBA, right? For Terrence Ross, for example, he plays the game. Imagine if Terrence Ross, he's a type of NBA player that, obviously I think he's a good, solid NBA player. But a lot of people on the same level of Terrence Ross in the NBA have nothing but gold cards to go off of. You don't believe me? Okay. Let's look at some of these players. Okay, let's just look at some of these players. Okay, Shake Milton. Shake Milton is probably around the same level as Terrence Ross in the actual NBA. And you guys can say whatever you want. Look at Shake Milton. Look at the cards he can play with. This is horrible. This is not good for the game. And I'm telling you guys, the less NBA 2K MyTEAM revolves around the actual NBA, I just feel like the disconnect between the NBA and 2K is there. I mean, 2K needs these types of players. They do, and it's just the way it is. I mean, Bogdanovic, for example, I look him up, and I think we got one maybe. I mean, I just don't even know. Yeah, we got one in the Swish set, so I guess he's fine, but it was just the big thing for me is it's just a missed opportunity. I mean, I can think about Timberwolves players that never got a different card that I would have loved to play with. And Naz Reid, for example, last year, I had a lot of fun playing with him. This year, I never really got the chance to use the card. And so I wish 2K would drop these, whether it's Monday, whether it's Wednesday, whether it's Thursday. I don't care. The endgame content is fine. But 2K dropped the ball when that's really the only content we're getting this season. It's sad because we're getting literally 2 new cards. Obviously, they're a little different, but we'll get, J.R. Smith and whoever, Taco, whatever we got. We're getting 2 cards every big content drop. And that's fine, but where are the new cards? I mean, Doug McDermott, Gafford, Edmund Sumner, Brissett, Robin Lopez. These are fun cards to use because you don't know what sigs they're going to get. 2K can give them random sigs, and they can make them how they want to. I mean, for example, I don't know, does Moses Moody have a card? Imagine we got a new Moses Moody card at the shooting guard, point guard position. Jump shot, they could give him whatever jump shot they really wanted to, whatever dribble sigs. People in the community are mad right now that every endgame card looks the same. And you know what? I wouldn't even hate that if we got different cards every week that had different type of sigs. But that's not the case in 2K. That's not. We have no players with any new sigs, and the repetitiveness is getting so boring in my team. And so 2K, all they had to do is drop these season rewind sets. That's all they had to do. And you guys might be like, Ty, you're making it seem like it's a simple concept. Well, you know what, guys? It is a simple concept. It's a simple concept. I'll go over all the cards. Austin Rivers, Bryn Forbes. These cards these guys are mid players in the NBA, and I get that. Jordan McLaughlin. I mean, these guys I'm talking about right now are mid players in the NBA. Taurean Prince. They're all bench pieces. And I get that. But they make for good content. I don't care who you are. If you're an NBA fan and you play 2K, the disconnect between an NBA fan and my team is so there. People would rather play my team regs right now with these scrubs rather than making a theme team. For example, if I went to MLB The Show, okay, and I'm just using this as an example. If I went to the MLB The Show and it was late in MLB The Show, instead of playing with the base Kansas City Royals, I would love to have, a 98 overall, Hunter Dozier. You guys probably don't know baseball like that. But what I'm saying is it's just fun, and the disconnect is so there, and 2K dropped the ball. I mean, is it going to reflect them in sales and all this? I don't know. I don't necessarily know the answer to that. All I can say is we got a ton of players at the end of last year that were actual NBA players. And these cards are not even good. I mean, I can count on the number of players that were actually good from these sets on one hand. I mean, they weren't necessarily great sets. But, PJ Washington, Keldon Johnson, Jakob Poeltl, Malik Monk. These are cards that people liked getting because not every week was your favorite week. I mean, only one of the weeks you got your favorite team's players. But it was exciting, man. It was just more exciting than what we've got now. And I guess even last year, I mean, we got some of the hyperdrive set. We just got a lot more content. You look at the content we've been getting recently. Right now, we're getting 8 new players per week. That's a problem. That is a problem. 8 different names of players per week. That's an issue. It is July, and we are getting 8 new players a week. I don't even mind the endgame. I don't mind the endgame content. I don't mind the endgame content at all. What I do mind is with the endgame content, right, with endgame packs, look who's in the endgame packs. They throw these random players in there as well. Like there'll be like a random Peak Diamond Shane Battier. How about instead of throwing the random Peak Diamond Shane Battier in there, how about you make a new Shane Battier? Or a new, throw in these random Malik Monks of the world. I don't care, man. There's got to be more than 8 players per week coming out in my team. And we've never got anything correlated to the NBA this year at all. And I hate that. I mean, the rare moments that we got this year, they were rare. We got moments of the month, I guess, sometime. But it's just, I hate I'm a big NBA fan, okay? I like watching the NBA. And the disconnect between the NBA and 2K right now is so large, and I hate that. I hate that. What they need to do next year, moving forward, whatever, is during the NBA, right? Which the NBA goes on for the majority of 2K. After somebody has a big game, let's say next year, Jaren Jackson Jr. puts up 45 points, 7 blocks, and 11 rebounds. Whatever. Drop the moment of the month card the next day. I don't care. If it's on Friday, drop it on Saturday. If it's on Sunday, drop it on Monday. I don't care. I want the connect between the NBA and 2K to be there. Right now, it's copy and paste. It's copy and paste. It's copy and paste. This is, and I get it, it's the end of 2K. It's the end of their cycle. But come on, man. Give us something. Next week, give us something new. Please. I'm begging you. I'm begging you, 2K. I don't have anything else to say. 2K dropped the ball. All I needed was some season rewind sets and I would have been perfectly happy. Instead, we've got nothing to show for it. We've got one player last week, and it's only because he plays my team. I guarantee if Terrence Ross did not play my team, this card would have never came. I'm glad they gave Terrence Ross a card. He doesn't even like the card. And these cards aren't even good, but don't get me started, man. I could talk about this for hours. I'm upset. This is kind of a rant video, but 2K definitely dropped the ball with this. It's going to wrap it up for my video today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new. As always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.